What's good, people? Happy Sunday. How are you all doing today? Hope you've all had a good weekend. I want to give a shout out to everyone who turned up last night or yesterday. Sorry for the watch along. It was mostly a fun one. Really enjoyed myself. Thanks to Brutally and Argenti for turning up. How you doing, XR Raider? What's good, man? I've had a little bit of time to reflect on the card. I'm looking forward to getting into things with people tonight. Sunday is usually a good turnout, so hopefully we'll get a nice crowd tonight. Hopefully the certain community will stay away. They haven't turned up the last couple streams, so I'm hopeful. But I hope everyone's having a wonderful one. I hope you all made money last night, or as unlikely as that is. I heard people saying, "Oh, Genty was cooking." I probably was. Yeah, I don't remember. The last 3 hours of the stream. Yeah, was a total blur to me. But when I woke up, I'll tell you something though. When I woke up this morning, I was like, I had a bad feeling. I was like, oh, like, yes. Are you finished? Is that 100%? Yes. You're 100%. Okay. Well, you know it's bedtime now, though. Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah. I don't really remember that much about the last like 3 hours. I was pretty tipsy at that point. I remember some of it, but I completely forgot at one point that we were streaming. So yeah. But it was a good fun card to stream. I always appreciate having those 2 on because it feels a lot quicker. What I didn't realize as well is when I checked this morning, I'd been on for like 10 hours. I think that's the longest live stream I've ever done, like hands down. I've done like 7 hours and stuff in the past when I did watch alongs before, but we didn't even start the card. We didn't even start the card when it was first on. So I missed like 4 or 5 fights on the prelims, and I was still on for like 10 hours. It was crazy. But Argenti was cooking, was he? I think he's on now, isn't he? I think I saw him on. How you doing, Maverick? What's good, bro? Meaningless Point. What's good, man? Were you here yesterday as well? I'm good, man. How are you? How's your Sunday going? Hope you've had a good one. Where are you from, sir? I always like to get a background of people who come in here just out of pure curiosity. Do you watch arm wrestling, Frank? Not really. Yeah, I do watch that. What's his name? You know when what's his name again? That champion, the guy who's like the old guy. Pizza pineapple. I've only tried it once, and I never tried it again. I wouldn't say I liked it or hated it, to be perfectly honest. You're handsome. Thank you very much. I'm sure you're very handsome yourself as well. Maybe, bro. 10 hour. You okay? Have you eaten? Yeah, I'm good, man. I had like I rested for most of the day, chilled out a little bit. I had a lot of people sending me messages saying last night was crazy. Devin Larrett, that's the guy. What's the topic of today? Meaningless Point, whatever the hell you want, bro. Whatever the hell you want. I was going to talk a little bit about yesterday's card, what I remember of it. Obviously, the main event was very, very disappointing. I rewatched the fight again, and I'm convinced that Cyril Gane cheated on purpose. But we'll get into that a little bit later. Didn't make any money on the card. Again. So that's never fun. But yeah, we can talk about whatever you want, whatever topics come to mind for you. I'm happy to get into it, mate. Where are you from? I'm Irish, but I grew up in the UK. So I was born in a place called Cork, but I grew up in London, southwest London. Hence the voice. The arm wrestling guy, yeah, Devin Larrett. He's the only arm wrestler I know, and the guy is based as hell. Give me 1 second, please. Sorry, give me a minute. I'm just gonna put my son to bed. 1 sec.
chimney will turn to a wall.
The chimney will. Oh, that's really awesome.
And then it follows me.
Did it?
It follows every character.
Okay. Go and get showered, Jed. I'll come and say goodnight. Yeah. Good lad. Sorry guys, I'm back. He was playing Super Mario Wonder and he didn't want to get off. How you doing, Barn? What's good, man? Sorry, let me just catch up with what people are saying. Yeah, he's from Canada and number two. Well, I thought he was number one, but I know he's kind of old now. So yeah, tell us about your true love. In what sense? You can get more specific with that question. Where is the guy? I think he's live streaming. I assume you're talking about Argenti. I think he's live streaming right now, actually. You're single? No, I've got 3 kids, man. I've got 3 kids. I'm not single. I'm a new subscriber though. What does FNF stand for? Fight Night Frankie. That's the name of the channel. So I do talk about things like, I mostly talk about MMA and things like that, but to be fair, like whatever the chat is in the mood for talking about, that's usually what we get into. So it really does kind of depend on what mood you're in. I don't tend to really shy away from like any topics. I'm good, Tone K. How are you, man? Did you enjoy the card last night? I know you were popping in and out. Number 1 is from Georgia and he's a beast. Fucking hell, man. These Georgians are taking over in everything, aren't they? But that's what I'm saying, man. When you come from a country, yeah, where you get your neck stepped on, and Russia took the piss of Georgia completely. Frankie, why are you so late? It's 1:40 a.m. To be honest with you, man, I was sleeping like quite late. Oh man, my fucking laptop's not charging. This is gonna piss me off. So it might have to be a relatively short. This is what I hate about this laptop. It kind of does this. How you doing, Westy? What's good, man? Plasto Dip Rep. Your father, Michael. Are you a commentator on MMA sports? Nah, I wouldn't call myself a commentator. I'm just a guy who comes on YouTube and talks shit, mate. That's pretty much it. How you doing, Christian Bridges? What's good, man? True Georgia produces beast. This is what I'm saying. Yeah, when you come from a country, yeah, where they used to war. The results speak for themselves. The results speak for themselves. How many of you were here yesterday? Let me be your poop otter. Wow, that didn't take long. How you doing, bro? Anthony, where are you from? Or are you too shy to say after a comment like that? Fucking poop otter. That's actually quite funny. Yeah, card was good. Ending was really disappointing. I thought there was a bit of a robbery in the not a robbery in the boxing, but a short of an early stoppage as well with Wardley. Wagwan Bossy, what's going on, Jay Adams? What time is it in your country? It's about 10 past 8 in the afternoon. Sorry, in the evening. 10 past 8 in the afternoon. Evening. I might have to make this. I don't think this is going to be a very long stream because for some reason my laptop's not charging. So I'm going to have to restart it and probably do an update and shit. The end is nigh, and only Jesus says the world is passing away for eternity. I don't think it can happen soon enough, to be honest, Wolf. How you doing, Sawtoo? Nice to see you. When you come in here, it'd be nice to know where people are from. At least Cyril broke Tom's face. I mean, he did have him leaking. When I was watching it live, I was thinking Cyril's doing. But I said this prior to the fight. I said that Cyril was going to do better than people think, and it was going to take time for Tom to get him down and beat him up. I had Tom Aspinall winning it in the 3rd round, but it seemed to me like Tom was. I think what happened, looking back at it, I think Cyril got touched a little bit. I think when he took that leg kick, he felt the power, and then he was looking for a way out, and that's why he went for the odd eye poke. I'm not in Ireland. I currently live in Cambridgeshire, which is in like the middle of England. So I used to live in London, but I moved out to the countryside. Do you know Khabib? Of course I know Khabib. I'm not Khabib's biggest fan because I think his record was quite padded, but I know Khabib. Of course, everyone knows Khabib. Where are you from, Alpha? But yeah, sorry for the late replies. John Jones is the GOAT now. Enough said. We all knew that he was going to have something to say about the whole thing. He's just he He can't help himself. The fact that he takes this as a fucking victory says everything you need to know about John Jones. He's sober now, Frankie. I wasn't that drunk last night. I was a little bit tipsy, but that was the whole point of the stream, innit? I basically got through about 3/4 of a liter. Bro, I was living in London and now I'm in India. So dumb country, bro. What's so dumb about India? I've never been there, but we do get we've got a lot of my new subscribers are from India, and they generally have nice things to say. So a lot of people have advised me to check the place out. So I might let it get higher on the list. What up, Frankie and F Gone? Yeah, Gone's a cunt, mate. Gone 100% cheated. I think he took a couple of leg kicks. He was starting to get touched a little bit, and then he thought, "Fuck this, I'm getting out of here," and poked him in the eye. India is a shithole. We're back on that, are we? I feel India has a rough time, man. Generally, I'm not gonna mirror that. Y'all refuse to change your third world mentality. In what sense? You had very strong opinions about India the last time you were in here. You were giving it with both barrels to everyone, from what I remember. But good to see you back. Were you in the stream yesterday, Batman? I can't remember. I'm gonna keep it perfectly honest here. I don't remember that much about the last 3 hours of the stream. I know I obviously had a little bit of an argument with Argenti, but I was on fire last night. Mate, I'm gonna have to take your word for it. All I know, yeah, is when I woke up this morning, I felt guilty, yeah. I was like, shit, I can't remember exactly what I said. But the first thing I thought when I woke up is, oh man, I went too far, didn't I? I went too hard. And then I messaged Argenti and apologized. He didn't seem very happy. Frankie, do you remember your nickname for me? Yeah, I was gonna say Shiva, but then I changed it, right? So it's just Ash. So how you doing, Ash? What's good, man? 2 seconds in chat going crazy. I love it, man. I'm Batman, and I'm Batman. That's a hasty generalization. You could put it that way. I don't know why Batman's view of India is so cold-blooded. But I feel like there's some trauma there, for sure. It's the truth. I can't stay. I have to work tomorrow. I appreciate that, bro. Thanks for stopping by anyway, XO Radio. You know I always appreciate having you here. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, my laptop is not charging right now. So I figure it will last for about an hour and a half, and then it will probably cut. So I'll stay on as long as it takes for the laptop to cut out. On a scale of 1 to 10, how badly would wow. Luckily I read in my mind before I read out loud. Nope, it's bigotry. I mean, maybe he's got a specific reason for feeling that way, though. There could be some specific things that he thinks about the way India is run or the way that India is culturally that upsets him or it doesn't appeal to his sensibilities. What's up, brother? Your friend is an absolute crybaby. Which friend are you talking about? You mean I assume you're talking about Argenti yesterday. Thank you, XO Raider. Have a great one. I can't really remember when the argument started, but I remember looking at the clock and it was like 10 o'clock, and then it's like I blinked and it was 1 a.m. and I was like, we literally were arguing for 3 hours, and it felt like 10 minutes. I really must have been on one. John Jones versus Alex is definitely going to happen now. It's definitely going to happen because Aspinall and Garn have to fight again, and they've pretty much agreed to it with each other. So John Jones knows I think they both look at each other as a more winnable fight. But after watching Tom Aspinall last night, you can definitely see that he's not as invincible as people were making out. Giuliano was pressed. How far did I go? I mean, like I said, I did feel the urge to apologize. I don't know about my IQ, to be honest. I don't really believe in that stuff. I think IQ tests are a little bit culturally biased. But I appreciate you. Hungover? No, I feel great, man. I feel great. I had a little bit of a nap this morning. Rebecca broke bro's ankle. It was real interesting seeing somebody sit on, like, win the fight from the stool. Do you know what I mean? Fair play to him for surviving until the end of the fight. Amol, how you doing? How you doing, Mr. Mohan? There's literally no source for that. Have you been to New York or LA? They've been like that long before Indians. Yeah, I've been to both. I've been to both places. Very different. I'm so mad they're gonna try and do the Aspinall Garn rematch. Fuck Garn, piss off. Garn did that shit on purpose. I'm telling you, he poked him in the eye on purpose. How you doing, Saman? Saman Sharma, nice to meet you, bro. Hello from Greece. How you doing, Lila? Nice to see you here. Whereabouts in Greece are you? Wonderful country. You're one of my favorite places to visit. At Vienna, how you doing, man? I'm so hungover. I was throwing up all morning, bro. You were on one as well last night. I've got to give you a shout out at the end because you were with me the entire stream. You were the MVP yesterday at BN because you were literally with us for the entire. I don't know how long I was on for. I think it was 9 or 10 hours. I saw your name popping up constantly. So shout out to you, bro. Bro, have you watched Stranger Things? I have. The 4th season was pretty good. I've heard there's a new season coming out or is out. I might give it a try. Giuliano was gaslighting yesterday. I think that's what set me off, to be honest. I think that's what set me off. I was getting a little bit annoyed. But I can't. I don't know why yet, but at some point I just got irritated and I was like, fuck it. I had fun. I had fun as well. The card was generally good. I mean, the arguing was a bit petty. And I'll be honest with you. I know a lot of people found it funny, yeah, but like it's not really my personality to do stuff like that. I'm not really confrontational. Well, I can be, but you know what I'm saying. I'm waiting for the House of the Dragon season 3. Season 2 disappointed me a little bit. I don't think it was bad, but it was a little bit disappointing. Season 1 was a banger though. Bear sleeping. Tone how old? It reminds me of when Mike Tyson bit Holyfield's ear. It was exactly like that. It was a disgraceful eye poke. Disgraceful. I think he should be made to fight somebody else. Because after Tom kicked him in the leg, yeah, he really looked like he was slowing down a bit. And I reckon he thought, fuck this, I'm going to get knocked out in a minute. So he didn't just poke him in the eye, he then extended his fingers out and really dug in there. For me, it was 100% deliberate. Happy birthday. Thank you very much, Caravaggio. I appreciate that, man. Today is my birthday. Today is my birthday. Fuck me. Did I talk about that yesterday as well? I don't usually bring that up. If you have the chance to meet John Jones, McGregor, Demetrius, who would you choose? That's a really good question, Ash. I'm going to keep it real. I would meet Conor McGregor. And I'd probably do cocaine for the first time as well. You know what I'm saying? Although he looks like he's run out of cocaine. Bro, it was cold. You went proper South London on him. Fuck me. So do I what you're telling me, yeah, is I don't want to watch it back. I don't want to see myself doing that. I think here's the thing. What? Oh man. There's no way I'm gonna watch 10 hours back anyway, but happy death day, bro. Appreciate it, Admo. 41 years young, mate. Ganga River is ranked one of the most dirty rivers in the world. Who treats their holy sites like this? Good point. How you doing, Herr Gandalf? Where are you from, sir or lady? I was so mad for the last fight. I went out. See, that's a real MMA fan. That's a top man right there. Y'all made me sleep yesterday. Can you tell a joke? Nah, I'm not really that kind of guy, mate. I don't even think I know any jokes. Stick around though. It will be fun. Bro chose Conor because he's from Ireland. No, I reckon he'd be the most fun to hang around with, to be honest. I wouldn't mind meeting John Jones either, to be fair. Or Demetrius. Just watch the last couple of hours. It was entertaining as fuck. Was it entertaining, Walt Senior, in like a really cringy way though? I'm assuming it was. Because I instantly woke up and was like, shit. How you doing, Jeremy? Can you please say hello to me? Hello, Jeremy15. How are you? No, can I tell you a joke? Shoot, bro. This is a birthday party. It's probably the only one I'm going to get. Legit. You think my kids remembered it was my birthday? Nuh-uh. They have no idea it's my birthday today. It's hilarious. But I'll keep it honest with you, yeah. These are the games that I play with my family, yeah. Because in like 3 months from now, someone would be like, did we miss your birthday or something? And then I'll just... I'll milk it. What do you call a deer with no legs? What do you call a deer with no legs? Grimy, our Jenny got pressed by the South London gangster. Just keep it. I don't really want to know exactly what I said, yeah, because I feel bad enough already, yeah. How bad was it? Pressed about what juice? The McLaren. I didn't say anything about the McLaren, did I? I have no idea. That is brilliant. That is brilliant. They are uncivilized punks. Nobody likes going there. You're talking about India again. Y'all honestly just went in circles. If you want to watch it back, just watch some of it back. You'll get the gist. Well, it must have been going around in circles, like, because it was, bro, it took like, we were arguing for like 3 hours. What job do you prefer? Joe Rogan, Bruce Buffer, Dana White. Choose one job for you. I would 100% do Dana White's job. I would love to be able to pick fights. Appreciate the joke, Gundalf. That was funny, man. That was good. You German fuckers are funny, man. You got the closest anyone has ever gotten to get Argenti to admit to constant. Oh, fucking hell, that sounds terrible. So I really went in, huh? I genuinely don't remember. The only thing that I remember the gist of it being was like I was just irritated with the gaslighting, with the bet being paid. So my plan when I went in yesterday was like, obviously, because I was thinking to myself, I'm going to be perfectly honest, yeah. I was thinking to myself, I don't really want to give anyone my details, like bank details or PayPal details, because I don't trust him. I'll be perfectly honest. I don't really trust anyone with that. So my plan was like, you know what? I'll give it away. And then when he was making excuses, it just irritated me. But how we managed to argue nonstop for 3 hours is beyond me. I kept leaving, doing shit, answer coming back to the stream. It was the same mate. I'm embarrassed by that. All I know, like the thing is, Grimy, here's the thing, yeah. I completely forgot, yeah, that anyone was in the chat. Because at that point, yeah, I was pretty lit. I wasn't drunk, but I was quite tipsy. And it was like quite late at night. And I completely forgot that anyone was in the chat. And it was only at the end when he bounced, I looked in the chat and there was like 60 people in there, and I was like, oh shit. And then No Chill came in. I remember that. And I had a chat with him for a couple minutes. They were so great, they 1 versus 1 all the world. Yeah, Grimy, I'm fucking embarrassed, mate. I'll be honest. I'm not. My favorite part was when you said, do you respect me? Oh, that is fucking cringe, mate. That's embarrassing. That is embarrassing. I'm not going to lie. To be fair, yeah, I don't think, I mean, I got a lot of messages this morning from people saying, oh my God, you cooked Argenti and stuff. And I'm like, did I? I think really what it is, yeah, that last night, yeah, needs to be a lesson to Clown Show. Last night was a warning to Clown Show. Because if I'll do something like that to a friend, yeah, imagine what I'll do to somebody that I don't like. 50 people watching 3 drunk dudes. No, I mean, Brutally was bang on form last night. We actually had pretty good numbers like throughout the stream. It was really good. I bet he's still mad at you. I mean, he didn't like. I apologized to him this morning, and he was like, he didn't seem happy. I'll be honest. Can you speak in an American accent? Whenever I think of an American accent, I always think of like a fucking, a hillbilly cowboy from like Texas. I do remember you asking him if he had ever helped anyone in his life without it benefiting him. Fucking hell, mate. Jesus, that was cold. That is a cold thing to say to somebody. Part of me wonders if I need to go back and watch the last 3 hours just to know exactly how bad it was. Because I literally had 50 messages last night on Discord and shit of just people saying, fuck, I went too far. Not too far, but like I went in. Have you watched Game of Thrones? Yeah, I have. First 4 seasons were excellent, and then it fell off a cliff a little bit. How you doing, Chrissy J? Chrissy J, you weren't here yesterday, were you? You didn't see that embarrassing display from me. Dude, you shredded him. Oh, man. I really feel bad now. You are drunk, but you're still polite. At least I was so it was like a polite shredding. I didn't go too far, yeah. Honestly, yeah, I can't go back and look at it. What do you think of commentary channels? I fucking hate them, bro. Like you know that cunt Asmund Gold. I think he's such an annoying prick. I hate stuff like that. I think it's I think it's such a cheap way of doing content. Just looking at stuff and laughing. House of the Dragons is amazing as well. English people say mean things in a nice way, and I don't like it. Grimy, to be honest, yeah. When British people go in, it's the worst. It's worse getting attacked politely. Are you using minoxidil for hair, son? No, I'm not. I don't use anything on my hair. I probably should. Chrissy was lurking. Oh god. What the fuck is wrong with Paddy Pimlet's accent? I can't understand his words without subtitles. Liverpudlians have fucking horrific accents, mate. They're awful. They are awful. Awful. Have you read the novels? I have. I've read the first 4 Game of Thrones books. They are fucking overly detailed. My favorite part was when you said the N-word nonstop. Well, that definitely didn't happen. I hope. Asmund Gold's captions are fucking clickbait and cringe. It's really yeah, he's terrible. Liverpool accent, but I tell you what, getting dissed off in a Liverpool accent is hurtful as well. If you understand what they're saying, they can be brutal as well. They are dirty people, those Liverpudlians. By the way, just a reminder to people, if you wouldn't mind dropping a like on the channel. Can you do an Irish accent? Kind of, yeah. I can kind of do a Cork accent. Dublin's a lot harder. Like Conor McGregor's is quite hard for me. But the accent where I'm from is a lot softer. I don't really like doing impressions because it's, like I said, it's a bit embarrassing. Brits used to rule the world. Now they're the Islamic Confederation of Africa and India. I honestly, yeah, I live here. Yeah, it's not as bad as all that. It's a bit hyped. They have the middle of the English that they do. You told him you were smarter than him. He really didn't like that. I think I probably did that. Yeah, I think at that point, yeah, I do remember saying that. And probably at that point, I probably felt like it would annoy him because I know, yeah, that like his ego can be out of check at times, and I don't think he realizes it. The being smarter than him and having kids, I remember more now. Did I start talking about how he? Oh wow. Oh yeah, I started going in on him about the kids as well, innit? Fucking hell. Yeah. I'd had a couple of drinks and a couple of mate, I couldn't believe it, yeah. When I finally started paying attention to the chat, and this was literally just after he left, I saw 60 people were in there, and I was literally like, oh fuck, what have I just done? Because we were going back and forth so much, I just completely forgot about everyone in the chat. And I was pretty lit at that point as well. I don't think you'd get through watching that stream back. I'm definitely not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I think I'm better off just not knowing. I'll give Argenti credit as well. Yeah, Argenti's a very hard guy to upset. He seemed upset this morning. It was pretty cringe. Yeah, first of all, yeah, I apologize to everyone for that display because that's not who I am. But I don't know, I was pretty pissed off. I thought you were doing it because you wanted to make a point that you couldn't handle not being smarter than someone or being worse than someone at something. That's originally where it came from, because I remember saying something along the lines that he has to be even if it's something really shit and stupid, he always has to win. He always has to feel like he's won. So I kind of said it to see if he would try and, prove that he was. It was not good. I think he's online right now, isn't he? Isn't Argenti on now? I want to make a point, yeah. My intention, yeah, was to not hurt his feelings. Why is John avoiding Tom and ready for fighting Powertown? Because he knows it's a harder fight. Also, as well, it's just more risky. Poatan's a two-time world. Well, he's a champion in 2 weight classes, and there's clear holes you can exploit there. Whereas with that's your inner little Frank. What about the other commentary channels? What examples do you have? I don't really watch a lot of them, to be fair. I just think it's shitty. I just think it's shitty. It's shitty content. I don't think it takes any fucking what do you call it, thought or like talent to do that, to just react to things. I think it's a very cheap way of making content. Sam, how you doing, bro? What's good, man? I assume you were here last night. What's up with the Sigma Alpha Mewing 6'7", man? You fire. Oh, he's live now. Okay. How many people are in his chat, just coincidentally? You know. I think people have got the impression that I really hate Argentina now. I don't. Watching last night live is like watching your drunk, embarrassing videos in your friend's wedding. Manthem, I swear there was a Tim guy who mistakenly poked my eye in high school. I got to skip school for a week. That must have been one hell of an eye poke, man. Cyril Gahn did that shit on purpose. Nobody can convince me otherwise. You had some belter takes, Frank. It was actually insightful. I'm hoping so. I'm good, James. How you doing, brother? How you doing? I'm not gonna go back and look at it. I can't. I'm just gonna be embarrassed. But to all those who stood around and listened to that shit for 3 hours, this is the problem. Yeah, you know how I feel about drama. All I wanted to do was just to get him to admit that he can be a bit of a cunt sometimes. That was it. This water's kind of growing on me. The cope from Aspinall fans has reached new levels. You think there's cope? I watched the fight again this morning, what little there was of it. I think Tom was clearly in control. I think he'd hurt Gahn. And I think Gahn was, or I think the leg kick in particular, you know, when he booted him in the thigh and Gahn kind of went like that. I think he knew, hang on a second, I'm about to get slept here. So he poked his eyes out. Please like and subscribe. We're close to 1.5K. This is factual. You guys might not be aware of this. Hello, Soul. You're right. This channel has gone from 1,000 subs to nearly 1.5K in just over a month. So I am now 10 subscribers away from 1.5K. So shout out. Who is more productive, morning person or night owls? I would say morning people, to be honest. People at night don't do fuck all, mate. And I used to be a night owl. I used to stay up all night and go into work fucked. I can't wait to give Gahn a 4th title shot because he totally... This is the problem, Brannon, as well, man. This is the problem, Brannon. It's a disgrace that Gahn must be laughing his way all the way to the bank. Cyril was about to win in 3. Matua, I'm going to be honest with you, yeah. As I was watching it at the time, I felt like, you know, because because Tom was leaking all over his face. France opened up, yeah. If anywhere is African, yeah, it's fucking France. France is very African. Awesome way to go, 100%. Can we admit that Gahn is getting more special treatment than Chandler at this point? You're 100% right, Brandon. But the thing is, yeah, this is the situation that we're in now. Where are you from? I'm Irish, but I grew up in London, hence the accent. It's why I've got such a beautiful 5 out of 10 face, but I sound like a fag. So that's the Irish-English mix for you there. Irish looks, faggy British voice. Thankfully, Switzerland doesn't become like them. Switzerland is one of my favorite countries I've ever visited as well. Beautiful, beautiful country. Big Boss 1984. So you are another 41-year-old male, are you, sir? Gahn didn't deserve the title shot, so the MMA gods made him lose. He felt the power, and I think he looked for a way out. I'm blessed. I got 22 subs in 9 days. I'm at 322. That is fucking amazing, bro. That is amazing. It honestly, like, I remember, yeah, when I first got to can you do a collab with MMA Now 27? I'm aware of him. I'm subscribed to him already. I think we did have a conversation about doing collabs in the past, but it just hasn't come to fruition. Because I mostly just do. He's a good YouTuber as well. MMA now 27. I like him a lot. He's good, man. I'm 44. 41 is just a kid. I was behaving like a fucking kid yesterday, mate. I'm so glad you didn't see it. That's the worst take I've ever heard from you, Frank. Which take? From about? No, I rewatched the fight. Garn did outstrike him by a couple of strikes, but they were mostly jabs. I think Tom was starting to hurt him. I think the kick. Oh, you're just an MGS fan. Fair enough. Fair enough. Peep this guy. Is that James SWT? Can you guys please subscribe to this gentleman? I'd really appreciate it. Because he is one of the boys. He's absolutely one of the boys. Can we start referring to Asians as just East Asians? I guess we could. Hello, how you doing, Mr. V Duddy? How are you, man? Probably pronouncing that incorrect. Yeah, bro, you play games. Occasionally. I play old man games. So I play games like Subnautica and Stardew Valley. I've been playing a lot the last couple months. No, that would be inaccurate. Frankie, if you have, yeah, it's not just East Asians. Frankie, if you have 1 million subscribers and I lark live watching, how do you handle it? How do you answer every question? It's going to get impossible. I think the thing is, yeah, there's no way I'm ever going to get to that. There's no way I'm ever going to get to that level. There's no way. I'm delighted with the level that I'm at now. Yesterday's fight was nasty. I'm worried about Aspinall, man. Do you think he will go blind in his right eye? Sam, are you being a cunt right now? It's okay. Nice to see you. And thanks for the shout. I'm going to work on some projects. James, thanks for stopping by, man. I really appreciate you. How you doing, Argenti, man? Argenti, thank you very much. Thank you very much for doing the stream yesterday. I don't really remember the last 3 hours, if I'm being honest, but I've been told on great authority that I was quite savage, and I apologize if I went too far. Everything's okay, bro. You didn't offend me, but the fact that you asked me if I've slipped back into my old habits, knowing I eat Molly for breakfast, didn't sit well for me. No, I thought you mentioned during the stream that you were no. You mentioned in one of my streams the other day that you were on Molly and in love with some girl. So I just wanted to talk about it. There is South, Southeast, Middle East, Siberia, Central, and Caucasus. Yeah, there's quite a lot to Asia. Southeast Asia is the best part of Asia, though. Let's keep it real. Did you try some Swiss pussy, Frank? I haven't, man. I have not. I went there with a woman, which was my mistake. UFC 21 was one of the worst main events ever. It was very disappointing to not have a conclusion to that and to know that that's not Giuliano, isn't it? That wouldn't surprise me. I was just asking, you fucking bastard. Not many whites. It's just brown and yellow. But isn't that a good thing? How you doing, Piyush? Nice to meet you, man. So yeah, I'm hoping that we do. We're literally 9. Frankie, are most of your friends white? They're not, man. Most of my friends are black and Asian. I've got like work colleagues that I'm friends with that are white, but I grew up in a very black area. Mr. Beast dreaming for 1 million subscribers, and now he's the world's biggest YouTuber. I'm not a YouTuber though, man. This is just like this is just it's definitely not Geo. Well, that apology went wasted then, because he's online at the moment, isn't he? So it can't be him. I missed the card because I was at a wedding. You're lucky, mate. There were a couple of fight, like if you what you want to see, yeah, the skull guard or whatever his name is, the KO he did on Nasrat Hakparast. I thought Hakparast was dead. What do you think about Mr. Beast? I think he's a cunt. I think he's a cunt. Didn't he like harbor some pedo in his little group or something? I'm assuming it was a gay wedding, right, Autist? Yeah, I don't like Mr. Beast. I think he's a wet wipe. Please subscribe and hit the like button. That would be very much appreciated. How are you doing, Lipas Gaming? So you are a gamer, I'm assuming yourself. Then you'll very much like what's going on in the background. I've chosen to come on a little bit dark today. Like, and I don't know what the actual fuck is going on with my laptop. I'm irritated. It's not charging. So at some point, if this stream goes on too long, I might just suddenly cut out. Who is the most racist UFC fighter? I would say Manel Cap, which is why I love him so much. Hello, Lipas. Nice to meet you, bro. What is your favorite game? I just suddenly feel like asking that. UFC 322, Mr. Beast versus Geo. How many subscribers is Geo at now? Many Chinese are white by skin, but light-skinned people exist pretty much everywhere in Asia. Yeah, because China shares a border with Russia as well. Like the mother of my kids is quite white as well. She's a very white Chinese. I thought they're books. Nah, they're like Switch games, N64 games, all that kind of shit. You cranked one out on live before you passed out, Frank. That would be amazing. That would have been amazing. The reason why I know that's impossible is because I don't do my cranking by myself, mate. I'm based. So who's the ultimate racist, Manel Cap or Ryan Garcia? Ryan Garcia's just got mental health issues. Hey, just want to say we are proud of you for coming out yesterday saying you were gay. You're so brave and this. You're welcome, bro. That's more likely than me cranking one out. Muffle Moose, I remember seeing you around a lot yesterday. Is that correct? I'm very sure Muffle Moose was around for most of the stream yesterday, and I was just going off on one. But thank you, IMS. I appreciate that, man. I'm glad I could inspire you. It's more likely for me to come like prancing out of the closet than to crank one out on stream. I meant white as in looking like European Iberian. Some West Asians could be, but there's no whites in Asia. There definitely are, man. Some of those Chinese, they really are very white. Told you things got weird. What is the etiquette of rubbing one under the table? Depends where you are, mate. It depends where you are. Israel Adesanya is a great answer. Blinkstay, how you doing? Is that a P for P of Final Fantasy in yours, or is that a Korean pop star? Do you hate Indians? Absolutely not. Are you a fighter? No, I'm a professor of literature. Even worse than a fighter. I know I look like I could be a fighter because my nose is fucked, but why are most women so mean? It's because they're fucking devils. But they have such lovely things between their legs and on top, so it's an unfair deal if I'm being honest. I don't really Ayush, I'll be honest here, I don't really think about Indian people deeply. No, I don't really think about anyone that deeply. But no, I don't hate anyone. I'm Felix from Stray Kids. People say I look like those stray kids cunts all the time. I've got no idea who they are. Penis envy could be a thing. Turkey and Afghanistan was Greek. I bet the easy one out time driving to a girl's house. I really wanted to smash good. Are your kids mixed? Yeah, they are. They're half Irish and half Chinese. I love what's between women's legs. So do I, man. It's so amazing. I will forever be a slave to it. There are a lot more white people in Asia than just that. No, but do you mean white Asians or just white people who have gone there? There's loads of white people in Asia. We know what's up. There's more black people in Asia than I was expecting as well. There's a whole town of black people or a whole city of black people in China, mate. It's amazing. Bro, you look frustrated. Do I? People say that, they say I look angry. I'm never in a bad mood. I am never in a bad mood. Yeah, some North Indians, Pakistanis, and Afghans could easily pass as European. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're not mean, Chrissy. No shit, Frank. You got Asian kids, 100%, and they're beautiful as well. They're all beautiful. What's wrong with your nose? It's a bit sharp, innit? I had it broken like several years ago. I got into a fight with like a crackhead who hit me in the face with a brick. It's a long story. I got jumped by like these two guys who were trying to steal a handbag, and I got smashed in the face with a brick and stabbed. Are you transgender? But don't. No, I'm not. I'm not. Nice to meet you though, Barbie Balenciaga. That sounds like a transgender person to me. How you doing? Why left CIA? Islam missionaries always they wants to break India. What is that? There's a lot. There's a lot to unpack there, bro. Yes, you always look serious, but you just look serious. Yeah, I'm not. I'm never serious, man. I'm always taking the piss. Hi, I use a VPN from China. Where are you in China, Pixie Pitch? I used to live there. Where do you live? Which part of China are you from? And how? I don't know how someone in China's found this channel. This is crazy. If I were here, I would have helped you against them. Thank you. I bet those eyes are bulk hamburger. That's a nice sentence. Just a reminder to everyone, we are now 6 subscribers away from 1,500. It would be nice to be able to hit it tonight. But if you could like the stream, if you don't want to subscribe, that's perfectly okay. But if you could at least hit the Wuhan. I'm not sure I believe you, Pixie Pitch, I'll be honest. But it would be awesome if that was true. Americans, Brazilian, Russian, who dominates the UFC? I would say pound for pound, Brazil has the best fighters. I would say. It's certainly in Americans. Did the Dolphins beat the Falcons? I didn't actually check. I saw that the Eagles beat the Giants, right? Which probably isn't that surprising. I'm kind of an Eagles fan, even though I don't know any of their players. I mean, I'm Persian. In Turkey, find your channel. So there are 3 billion Chinese out there that can find you. I mean, you've got a very, very good point. How you doing, Monarch? Was good, man. Why do you hate this day? Arda Güler. Shout out to fucking Turkey, man. Wuhan. Yeah, Wuhan. That was definitely a cheeky jab. You are my 80 millionth favorite Chinese person. Man, I appreciate that. Hey, Pink Man, how you doing, Splice Edits? I'm not that pink today. Fuck off, mate. I'm more red. Please subscribe and hit the like button. I would really appreciate that. I would. We're very, very close to 1.5K. I'll be honest with you, yeah, it's not going to change my life that much at all. It's just a nice little number. I'm sorry, Pixie Pitch. I don't read Chinese. Yes, Frankie, the Eagles won. Awesome. I think it was like 39-20 or something the last time I checked. I think it was very close to ending at that point. Yeah, shout out the Eagles. Does Chinese pussy taste like dumplings, Frankie? Tastes like Chinese food. Everyone tastes like their country's food, isn't it? Of course they do. And it's excellent. You are Lex Friedman. No. A lot of people say I look like him, so he's stupid. Call Chinese Japanese. Very, very different. Very, very different people. I lived in Shenzhen, Pixie Pitch, sorry, for 7 years. And I loved it in China. China's amazing. What conditions of Tom's right eye? I've heard he's still in hospital. So we got him real good. He might there's talk that he might have a detached retina. Imagine if he gets fucking Michael Bisping by that French faggot. Wow, I can't believe I said the F word. Oh, that darkness is coming out of me again. Chinese food is not bad for real. It's not. I do eat a lot of Chinese food for obvious reasons. And it is. I walked in on my dad watching women's MMA. What do I do? You got to disown the cunt, mate. It's over. Get yourself a new daddy. That sounded wrong. I take that back. Hi, bro. How you doing, Dragon Glory? What's good? Nice picture you got there. Hope you're well. Where are you from? I have Gao Cow soon. Awesome. I on YouTube train English. It's a good thing to do there, Pixie Pitch. Not a bad idea. This might not be the best place to learn English, though. I'm going to be honest with you. It might not be the best place. This is what I would say. I'd say this is a very questionable place to. That's all I'll say. You're not going to learn anything meaningful here. But nice to see you, Dragon Glory. Hope you're well. I'm Batman gives me the impression of someone who is incredibly unimpressive to talk. I'm Batman is one of my favorite subscribers. Nina or MMA Guru? What's the question? Who do I like more? Frankie, I love your streams, but what the fuck was the therapy session of here? Mate, honestly, Adolfo, I'm very sorry, man. I don't remember. I was drunk as fuck, yeah. And I just started giving it to Argenti. I want normal English, not textbook English. This is the best way to do it because if you do learn on things like you want conversational English basically. Because there's the same problem with like when you learn Chinese, it's like people don't speak in China the way they do in a textbook. Yeah, Pixie Pitch, you're right. I completely agree. What the fuck, mate? What's your name? My name is Francis. Francis. I've never hid that. Pixie Pitch. Professor Frank has a master's degree in literature. I do. And in educational studies. No, the most fuckable one. I'm gonna have to go with Nina Drama. I mean, just because I think she's an annoying twat, yeah, doesn't mean I wouldn't give her the old stick. Do you know what I mean? I'd give her at least one. Tough choice, though, man. Tough choice. Tough choice. He can be your Sifu. Indeed. Indeed. Lesson. I'm very expensive, though. What the fuck, Frankie? I said give me your Insta ID. Oh, you're sorry, Ashu. I don't really use Instagram, but it's at bad MMA math. You're more likely, Ashu, you're more likely to find me on Twitter. Everyone manifested me and hum chakras for a safer country and more prisons. Ready? All our chakras at once, everybody. You have a bad taste, then sport. I only really like I like football. I like MMA, obviously, because MMA is fucking goated. NFL's all right. I used to watch everything, man. I used to watch tennis. I used to watch cricket. I used to watch snooker, for fuck's sake. Proper nerd, mate. How you doing, Aditya Sharma? Nice to meet you. Welcome to the channel. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. And I really appreciate the Indian subscribers who come in here because I don't know what the hell you guys are doing awake at 1 or 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, but I respect it. Nina sometimes gets the fun out of fighters, most of them just answering boring bullshit question. But I don't really want to know if a fighter puts their milk in or their cereal in first. Some of the questions are just straight up tarded. The only segment of Nina dramas that I like, that I think is quite good, was when she gets fighters to like rank themselves. You know, or to rank each other. I think it's good content. Who is the tennis GOAT? I would say Djokovic is the tennis GOAT. I feel like Roger Federer is the most naturally talented, and that Nadal was like the most hardworking. But then I feel like Djokovic was always like a mixture between Federer and Nadal, like because he had a bit of quite a bit of natural talent, but he was also very hardworking and athletic as well. You were drunk, but a lot more reasonable than the other guy. He's like a slow Tito Ortiz. No disrespect. Adolfo, I think the argument was just literally about because he owed me money and I wanted him to pay somebody. It was a stupid thing to do. Like I didn't realize, I didn't realize it was such a long argument. I'm embarrassed. I'm very, very embarrassed. You didn't disappoint. Thank you very much. Sam, Europe is so big and diverse. Better question is like, how will London, England be? Exactly. I mean, even within China, this is what I'm saying. When people talk shit about countries like India on the whole, or China on the whole, it's crazy to me because even within those countries are ginormous, and there's very different cultural attitudes even within those borders. So it's crazy. Frankie, do you follow Formula One? I used to watch Formula One years ago. Yeah, to be honest, I'm not really on it anymore. My daughter went to the she went to the Formula One in Texas, and she said she had a great time. I kind of know what's going on at the moment. I know where like Hamilton is and blah blah blah, but I don't know, man. I find Formula One to be a bit wanky, mate. Can you speak Gaelic, Frankie? I know a few words. I know a couple words and sentences, just like basics, but not really. Nah, Gaelic is dead as fuck, bro. There's nobody on this planet who only speaks Gaelic, which is kind of sad. London was already 36% British, man. Whites are already leaving London. Do you know who's leaving London more than anyone else? The millionaires. We are losing millionaires by the fucking day in London. They're all leaving. I'm a huge tennis fan, and my favorite player is David Nalbandian. David Nalbandian was a fucking G as well. Do you know what I mean, you? Oh, which ex-current fighter is probably high right now? Ooh. I think Connor's high, but I think he's found a new. Gaelic is basically the Irish language. I know Gaelic. We didn't pick that one very well. English killed the Gaelics off. I mean, kind of, yeah. The English came in and absolutely mogged us, if I'm being honest. And now I sound like one of them. Imagine that. I can see why Irish people called you a faggot in Ireland. Yeah, they were brutal, mate. My own family as well. Like, my cousins used to rip the piss out of us. And the thing is, yeah, I didn't realize like how posh I sounded until I went to Ireland. Because I didn't know that I had an accent, as stupid as that sounds, when I was younger. But then I just thought that this was a standard accent. Like, it just was a standard voice. David was a wonderful player, underrated too. He absolutely was. I think he was number 3 in the world at one point. Oh, Nate Diaz is definitely high. You think Justin Gaethje? I tell you who else is high. Fucking Nick. Nick is off his tits right now. He's probably on fucking meth, the poor fucker. Yeah, Stockton, baby. At BN, you were an absolute joy You were an absolute joy yesterday, mate. Who gives a shit about millionaires, man? Our people are being replaced and dying. I mean, you're right, Sam. But I do think it is important to have some rich people still in the country because they innovate things, they build things, they invest in things. Do you know what I mean? We are now 5 subscribers away from 1.5k. I've been to every West European capital. It's always the same shit. This is the deepest problem. I'm going to be honest with you. Yeah, everywhere is kind of the same now. Everything's got like a Starbucks, a McDonald's. You know, it's the same old shit. It's awful, mate. You can't go anywhere and get difference now. The most different place I've ever been to, not even China was that different. I'll be honest, it's not that different. How do you feel about demographic replacement of the UK? I'm sorry about that. I'll be honest with you, man. I don't really notice it. I live like in the back arse of nowhere. I don't really interact with people that much. But hail to King Charles. How you doing, Thomas Haas? I hope you're a German. Every German that comes in here is based as fuck. What do you mean by Latin? The language, no, yeah, Latin. That language is dead. Yeah, Latin is dead. Yeah, but a lot of people still speak it. I learnt Latin in school. I don't remember any of it. But Latin is basically like the base language for English, German, French, Italian, Spanish. So all of those languages are rooted in Latin. I'm in your walls. Cool, bro. That's not a creepy thing to say at all. This is what I like. I like when people come in and just get bass and just shout it. Polish, you legend. Funny story, yeah. My dad died in Poland. It's not really funny, but you know what I'm saying. He was dingling some Polish chick and had a heart attack. True story. He was giving her the old heave ho and died of a heart attack. What a way to go. I don't think I've ever told that story. The millionaire exodus was mostly the Russian oligarchs getting sanctioned out. Fair play. Arabic is Latin too. No, of course it's not. Arabic doesn't come. No, I don't think it comes from the base of Latin. I don't think it does. Sad to hear. I mean, it did happen a long time ago. I was 22 when it happened. It's not funny at all. No, I don't know why I said that. Are you just going to keep shouting India? R.I.P. to my dad. Yeah, it was. At least he was going out doing something he loved. You know, he was pretty young as well. He was like 56, I think, when he died. But he was like quite a heavy alcoholic. Your dad died doing what he loved. That's exactly what I said. Yeah. 3 fights I want to see most at the White House: Conor versus Nate, Amanda versus Kayla, Jones Tom versus mate, those are great suggestions. I think it's very likely we get Amanda versus Kayla, and I think we need to see Conor versus Nate before we never get it again. They need to settle that shit. Sue, how you doing? Love from Pakistan. Shout out to you and your amazing nation, sir. Love from India. Good to see you here as well, sir. Hope you're having a wonderful day. We are now 3 subscribers away from 1.5k. I feel like I've got to keep reminding people of that. And you have all got me to this point. Allah, I'm so proud. Frankie, what do you do for a living? Ash, I am a professor of literature. So I teach English literature degrees. and I'm a head of department. So I basically plan and formulate the curriculum, which a lot of work goes into that. So there's this fly in my room that keeps landing on my head. I can't catch it. I'm too tired, chat. Yeah, little shit. How big is the fly? I don't know why I'm asking that. If you love India, press the subscribe button. Brilliant. I am that is so manipulative. I love it. I am Irish, but I grew up in the UK. So I grew up in London, Southwest London. Why do gay dudes hate men but love to support women like they're jerking them off? It's weird, man. I don't know. There's nothing like women how women and gay men argue as well. Lil Bro said he isn't a YouTuber but keeps plugging the sub account. You're right, Manfin. You're right. Do you know what it is? It's more to get a bigger community. Because as you can see, I'm not monetized and I've got no plan to ever do it. How old are you? Teaching at degree level? You look very young. I actually turned, believe it or not, yeah, spirited away. I turned 41 years old today. Today is my birthday. I was in New Delhi. There's a big problem with hygiene there, but the place was quite exotic. Really, Sam? I've got to give it. Like some Indian women are very gorgeous. Now, when an Indian woman is gorgeous, they're top tier. Please, bro, visit Pakistan. Pakistan, I'm going to be honest, is higher on my list than India because I've got a lot of Pakistani friends who have been telling me for years to come to the country. And apparently, it's a lot less congested than India is. If I was going to go to India, yeah, I'd go somewhere like I wouldn't go to somewhere like Delhi. I appreciate that, man. Made it to 41 years. Can't believe it. I faced all Asians at my local Pokemon card tournament today. Just saying, chat. Sick flex, bro. Sick flex. Do any of you sad fuckers play Pokemon Go as well? Because I went to my brother's house the other day and everyone was playing it. Embarrassing. I wanted to get out of there as quickly as possible. I think what I might do is I might try and restart my laptop. Yeah, sorry, Dan Sock. That's the first question I should have asked. Did you win? I would go to the Hindu Kush. This water's definitely growing on me. North Korea, best country in Asia, no doubt. I mean, it's not yet, but we talked about this the other day. Yeah, Kim Jong Il is definitely the most goated fucking dictator of all time. Can we get we're nearly at 50 likes. That is insane. You guys are so awesome. I don't know why. I really want to visit North Korea someday. It's got to be on the list, isn't it? Because I imagine it would be more different than anywhere on earth. Yeah, I know the Indians and Pakistanis hate each other. It's wild. Pokemon Go was a trend 9 years ago, bro. Sam, I didn't know it was a trend ever. Literally, all the kids were in there. They were all playing. Gay as fuck, mate. How you doing, Paradox? What's good, man? Paradox, you weren't in here last night, were you? What's up, Frank? How you doing, D-Harv? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. All-time Nahi, that's Hitman. What's up? Yeah, by the way, if you are not subscribed to Paradox the Chad, please subscribe to him. We love Paradox the Chad around here. Great YouTube channel, great guy. Long-time friend of the channel. Frankie, what's your salary or package? Tell me in dollars. So I make about, after tax here, I make about 75 grand a year. It's not bad. It's not bad. But considering how much work I have to do, it ain't it. So I'm on about 100K, but I take home about 75K. Something like that. It might be a little bit high. It might be like 78. I scrolled down by accident and it was a streamer who was a bit overweight. Just saying, chat. Which streamer's a bit overweight? Indians sub up. Yes, do sub up to Paradox the Chad. Indians have a huge respect for cows. You wouldn't find Big Macs in New Delhi. I don't really fuck with McDonald's anyway, although funnily enough, I did have McDonald's breakfast this morning, which I haven't done in ages. Because let's be real, yeah, the first thing you want to do when you're drunk as fuck, yeah, and you wake up, yeah, is have something as greasy as possible. Do you know Virat Kohli? I have heard the name. I think somebody mentioned it in here before. It's not looking good, bruv. RDR versus Allen. That fight already happened. And it wasn't good. RDR's just fucked up his whole career. The next fight card is outright stinky. Yeah, I'm not sure what to call you. Rehat Tiki. I've heard the name before. I'm not sure though. What would you change about the educational system? The problem with the educational system in the UK is it's very much focused on administrative stuff. So every 6 years there we get visited by a group called Ofsted, and we basically spend most of the time cataloging stuff, which is a waste of time. So if I was in charge of the education system, I would scrap it and I would get schools to focus more on teaching for learning and putting and having more pupil-centric learning than ticking some boxes for some fucking organization that turns up every 6 years to suck their balls off. Tom is a quitter. I disagree. I think Cyril Garner's a cheating little French cunt. And I know what you're going to say. Oh, you're British, you're biased. Yeah, I'm not British. I'm not British. Yeah. I know I sound like a fag, but I'm not. I think Gon took one too many kicks and then he was like, fuck this, and then cheated, tried to poke him in the eye. Tom Kryptonol. How you doing, Shira? Pakistan is a dirty country. I think you might be a little bit biased there. Tom Kryptonol is a fake champion. So Shira, who should be the champion? Do you think it should still be John Jones? Imagine if John Jones was still the champion. 322 is stacked, not gonna lie. Who's at 320? I'm not even sure who's headlining 322. Let's see. I just typed in 322. I mean, for fuck's sake, that's how stupid I am. Madalena and Makachev. That card is beautiful. Brady and Morales, Edwards and Prates is an amazing fight. I can't believe he's stupid enough to take that. Kopolov and Rodriguez is really good. Bo Nickel and Rodolfo Vieira is an all right fight. Erin Blanchfield and Cortez on the fucking undercard. Who cares? Kyle Dorcas versus Gerald Meerschaert. Crazy. And Malcolm Wellmaker versus Cody Haddon. That is a great card. God damn, what's happening here? Not much, Farnick. I hope you're well. Garn is not French. I'm more French than him. Is it because of his skin color? Are you being a bit racist again? Whole card is fire. It's unbelievable. Are you a Tom fan or just a Jones hater? I'm a little bit of both, to be honest. I'm not even going to lie. Send Tom Crackpenow to the tire shop with Ankalaev. Harsh. I think Tom panicked a bit because he couldn't take him down and had problems in the striking. We saw a way out and took it. No, I think it was the other way around. I think when Tom kicked him in the thigh, he felt it and thought, this guy's about to knock my head off. Yeah, I'm going to poke his eyes out. Because he didn't just poke, he poked and then dug in. Mate, I like the way you talk, but aren't you worried about Woke University reprimanding you for these streams? I wouldn't risk 100k. Well, Spirited Away, the reason why I don't care yet, I'd actually retired. I'd retired 2 years ago. And I got sucked back into teaching again because I'm a stupid retard. I was basically covering for a friend of mine and then ended up getting stuck doing it. I would love to have an excuse to retire again. I'm not that bothered. And the thing is, yeah, I'm allowed to have a YouTube or whatever, as long as I'm not making money from it, I think would be their issue. I don't say anything that bad, do I? They'd have to go through hundreds and hundreds of hours of material to find something really awful. Frankie the Great, conqueror of the less intelligent. Fuck, don't remind me, bro. Frankie, will you send your Asian kids to Dagestan for 2-3 years and forget? I'd send my oldest daughter away, but not my son. Because my oldest daughter can actually fight. She's a blue belt in karate. She's pretty tough as well. I've seen her fuck people up. It's hilarious. Nothing's more proud. Why can't you make money out of it? No, I could if I wanted to, but I don't want to. I don't want to monetize. It's in my contract that I can't make money from other jobs. God damn it! What's happening here, mate? Absolutely fuck all, mate. Frank was flexing his IQ last night. Jesus, man. That sounds cringe as fuck. We are now 3 subs away from 1.5k. What's wrong with racism? Absolutely nothing. I think racism is healthy. Flexing my IQ. Fucking hell, what did I say? That it's worrying when you put it like that. It is. I think if you're racist to everyone, Sam, it's absolutely fine, which is what we are in here. This is a very racist group, but as in like we hate everyone. What about money from writing books? I don't know, it's a good question. I don't think Tom Aspinall quit. I think Cyril Gahn cheated. I think he's a cheating scumbag. Nah, it was funny. I'm smarter than you. Why is that a problem? Did I really say that? Fucking hell, it's cold. He was getting lit up. No, he was getting jabbed a little bit. I know he was leaking, but I think Frankie, you want to be a UFC fighter if he want. I would have loved to have been a professional fighter. I would have been shit though. I would have been a fucking flyweight, mate. I'm from England and I will put millions on the boat. Nice. Jason DeVille, I'm pretty sure I've seen you in here before as well. This is not your first time. When all someone can respond is that they are smarter because you are discontent, they are dumber. Fucking hell, how hard did I go? Would you ever write a book, Frank? It is my aspiration to one day write a novel. Yeah. I don't know if I would do sci-fi because sci-fi would be fucking complicated, but I might. How you doing, Payal Singh? Nice to meet you. Are you a real lady? I was telling everyone in my chat yesterday, apparently 8% of my audience is women, which means at least 1% of them are. It's definitely not 8. I mean, that is bullshit. How you doing, people? What's good, man? The gay dudes are so easy to get mad. They're just a woman in a man's body. I mean, I don't know, man. I've met some very manly fags in my time. Frankie, why are some of the best writers Western lit Irish? We've got the brain for it. We're really good like poets and like fiction writers. When is Divorced Top Churro fighting? I believe it's coming in January. I believe he will be fighting Paddy Pimlet at the end of January. Those are the rumors that are circulating at the moment. Fighting sucks. I dislocated my jaw 4 times this year. That sounds like it sucks. Bro, you have British accent. I do, Sue. Sue, I do. And I'm assuming you're a big Cristiano Ronaldo fan with a name like that. By the way, guys, I'm just gonna give you a prior warning, yeah. My laptop could die any fucking second. It could die any second. For some reason, my laptop's not charging. I've got one of those what do you call it? Surface Pros, and when it's not updated, it refuses to fucking charge. So what I might do right now, if you guys can hold out for a second, I'm gonna quickly restart my laptop, and hopefully it will do like a update, and then I can come back on. Because if this carries on for too long, it's gonna cut out, and I might not be able to go offline like ever. My brother, please buy me an iPhone. No. Where is he from? Where's who from? Who's Virat Kohli? Can we get? Because people keep asking me this. Yeah, Ronaldo is the GOAT. I would have Messi as the GOAT. I think he's naturally talented. All right, guys, I'm gonna be back here in literally 5 or 10 minutes. I'm gonna turn the camera off. I will be back, but I need to do an update on my phone because it's not on my phone, on my laptop because it's not charging. Give me 5 or 10 minutes. I will be back. If you are new here, please do subscribe. We are 3 subs away from 1.5k, which would be amazing. I'm hoping to hit it this weekend. Right, guys, give me 5-10 minutes. I'll be right back. I'm just going to upgrade my settings on my laptop so I can fucking charge this thing. Back in a minute, guys, yeah? Hold up.